Good evening, all. I'm Epstein, and here we are with your Thursday evening metal market wrap-up. And this wrap-up is for the evening of February 23rd. It is Thursday, 2023 at 6:33 p.m. I had to remember all those numbers. All right. We're breaking the metals down and have done it to the point where I'm comfortable that we're in a zone of support. Now, tomorrow we're going to get our PCE index, and that's one of the Fed's favorites. You also get personal spending and income and some, I think it's new home sales. You're going to get those as well. But this comes to the end of this particular cycle of inflation numbers. And of course, the big argument is going to be, do the Fed go 50 points, 25 points? I think it's foolish to even worry about it until you're further into March, when we get even more data for the Fed to look at. What you know is they're going to have rate hikes. They're plural. There's going to be a minimum of 2. They could be 3, they could be 4, but it's going to be 2 based on the current data we have. And none of that data can stop the March hike for at least 25 points. It might be 50. Okay, that's all important. I mean, just think about it. You have an idea of what's going on. In the stock market, it's going to be choppy as can be. This is the thing you stay away from until you get through that PCE index report. Then we take a real eye-opener. It's been a son of a gun week. I haven't been able to get, other than being short early on in the S&P and got out of it very nicely, I haven't been able to get anything off in the market. So let's take a look and see why. Number one, on a weekly chart in gold, I've been looking for a break. Originally, think back, I was talking to you 1814 would be the support. Then I was looking for the 1812 area. Now you're at 1813.20 and you got as low as 1818. Guess what? Do I need the last $5 on a move that has fallen over 100? No. You're in a ballpark where I don't know if the support will hold at 1813. I don't know if they'll hit it, but you're in that zone where the market's looking for something. When we come over and we look at the daily bar chart, look at how it's leaked. So you've gone from 1975, but when it turned down, we were talking getting down to that number, and I'll show you when. On the daily charts, lower highs, lower lows, still bearish. We've just been talking all this time because these numbers have been coming in 1810.80, 1808.70, but where's the Bollinger Band? And the Bollinger Band is now under these numbers. So the Bollinger Band, while it could be a big support number, is no longer in play. The numbers that are in play are the higher numbers, the 1810.80 as I see it, and that tells me you don't have to go to the Bollinger Band. I'm in a zone. I've been looking on a cycle for a market to peak up here, come down, and give us an area where the market finds its legs. Doesn't mean it's going to do it. Doesn't mean I'm right about it. And there's no buy signal. This market is still bearish as can be with an embedded reading, and the first good rally in the market will be sold. But I would tell my client, not until after we see the PCE number. Why? You don't walk into a buzzsaw. You don't stand on that track. You hear me telling it you like this, and we got a speed trade in Japan coming down the track, and at the last minute, you and I are going to be able to go like that quick enough to get out of the way. You're not going to. One part of your clothing is going to get caught. A leg's going to get caught, something. You stay away. Tomorrow at 7:30, I'll be going like this. Now, where can I put out trades? That's exactly what's going to happen, and I'll get aggressive for my subscribers if a chart pattern is there to do. I already know that I'm bearish, all right? I'm looking to sell a good rally, and I know that I'm going to be careful on it because I'm looking for a cycle low. Does that make sense? You'll know the cycle low is in place. Let me see if I can come back to this. When and if the red line in the Bollinger Band gets over 21. Until then, I'm not fearful. Does that make sense to you? It means you can extend that cycle a little bit. Gold, silver just can't get back under that number. And you can see it keeps running away, which means silver's much weaker. Now, for those of you that follow me, and I hope you tell your friends to follow, how long have I been telling you you're going to get chopped in between these two moving averages? Easily this whole week. When we got down there, I said, nah, you don't want to play that. It's going to be just chop city. You're going to get whipped apart in that. And I think I've been on the money. But the bigger picture is bearish. Why? Because you have the embedded reading. Why are the readings embedded? because the market's gotten enamored with the idea properly that the Fed has to go more interest rate hikes, keep interest rates higher for longer, which gives a bid to the US dollar. That doesn't mean the dollar's been running on that, though. The dollar has sort of stalled out in the 104 area, as I've pointed out, and I'll point out for you right at the end of this. We have a chart on it. In the copper, well, we had the big run up when we came back Tuesday, right? Remember, we're out for President's Day, up 12 cents on Tuesday. Well, we have spent the better part of the week taking that all out of the market. It was a Chinese move that made the market go. And then the market started thinking about these interest rates and things backing off. That doesn't mean this move won't stay with China. What I think it needs to do is spin around here more and figure out what it wants to do, because there is no trend at work with this type of action. In the platinum market, you lost the embedded reading back right where I'm pointing. It tells me that the market should have gone and fight a battle at what? Moving averages between right here, the 200, that's in gray, and the red, the 18-day average. It is oversold. No, I don't want to be a seller on an oversold. The bias is down, but there's no trend down. Now I have a higher high and lower low. There's no pattern there. I've swung gears. By the way, if you notice, I'm in the May silver. This is the June palladium. I've dropped the Marches now. And in this market, you have a higher high and lower low. You might embed to get bearish, but you're not there yet. I don't see a pattern. And in the dollar index, as long as you have both the red and the blue going sideways over 80, you're embedded at this point. That means on pullbacks, the trade will be buying, looking to see, can we get up to the next level of resistance, 105.09. Obviously, the market's going to be taken for a ride when it sees the PCE number, bullish, bearish, or neutral, but we've got to get it out of the way. And then after that, I think you approach the market just going with what the slow stochastics are telling you until it's out of the way. What I don't know is if you get a crazy number, what the reaction would be. So as a futures person, not an investor, a futures trader, I back away, let everybody else get chopped up, and then if I can get in on my terms, I tell my traders to come back in. If you can't, you do nothing. I want to remind you today, you heard me, today, this is it. You want to see the Walmart report? This is where it's at. You'll get my commentary on it. I'm doing a lot of these going forward. Price counts, we don't have seasonals on Walmart, but we have the weekly charts, we have the daily charts, we've got the price counts for you. You'll be seeing I'm going to be doing these on all of them. NVIDIA is going to come up very quickly. I'll do a report on that. But first, I want to get some futures reports done, so that'll be the very next ones that I do. I'm sitting here, I've got my IT people with me, and I told them next week we will be doing a webinar. They'll prepare the email. I'll get that out to you tomorrow so you can get it going, and away we'll go with that. If you want to see the Walmart report, go to Epstein.com under what? Under research, or you can click your cursor up here. An icon will appear and do it that way. I'm Ira. You have a good day. I can't wait for the morning to get that PCE index. See you then.